Hello, thanks for checking the video out. I'm here at Dainton Park in their teaching studio. I'm with assistant professional.
Hello. Golf professional.
Golf professional.
Yes.
The Houdini himself.
Hello everybody.
Rich Woods. Rich Woods has some new equipment. We did a in the bag, would have been last year.
Yeah, the Warren.
And had a nice set, don't get me wrong, they were lovely and shiny, but you did have some issues with some yardages.
I did, there were some gaps and there was some sort of funny sort of
Big
shaft differences.
Yeah, and then big gaps, and then about 4 of them all went the same distance.
Yes, there was.
So if anybody needed a change, I would say it was you.
I think so.
So the changes happened. So let's see what's happened. Should we start with the fun stuff, which is the wedges?
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
No, I like my wedges.
Colson had a go at me when I said that they were the boring stuff, so I now call it the fun stuff.
Fun stuff, interesting. Cool, fantastic. So, I have got Mizuno from the start, you'll see. I've got the S5 wedges.
S5.
So I've got a 60 degree.
Okay.
And I've got the 60 degree, and it's shafted with the C-taper light in a stiff shaft. Okay, so quite a lightweight, stiff.
And is that what you've got in the others?
No, I am.
So you've gone a flex.
Flex softer in my 60. Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to spend some time with Roger Cleveland, and that's exactly what he says the Tour Pros do most of the time.
I mean, it's more of a feel sort of club, isn't it?
That was exactly what he was doing. The softer feel tends to work better in that most lofted club.
Yeah.
So in your other wedges, have you stayed in the stiff, or have you gone?
No, I've gone. My 55 is also a stiff.
Okay.
And then my 50 is an X flat. So 50 I tend to play more full shots with.
Okay. Yeah,
so
makes
I've gone
sense.
50 into the X, which matches up with the rest of my irons.
And are you flat, upright?
I'm a little bit upright. I'm 2 degrees upright, and I'm half an inch longer, so that makes it a little bit uprighting, a little bit more upright.
And have you kept the lofted ones upright?
Yes.
Okay, kept them the same.
Yes, I have.
Cool.
Yeah, I have some issues with missing a little bit right, and I just had the feeling if I do flatten them a little bit, that could have an impact.
That makes sense. Cool.
So irons wise, so wedge down to 6 iron. Ah, they're very, very pretty.
Very nice.
MP25s.
MP25s, 2 degrees.
2 degrees up. Half an inch longer.
Cool.
With the Gold Pride's.
Oh, they're nice.
Grips on.
Is that just a multi-compound?
It's the new multi-compound. It's the Plus for the M+4, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's their new version of the new Decade grip.
Okay, sweet.
So I've got those wedged down to 6 iron.
And what do you go into?
And then I've got 5 and 4 in the H5.
Okay.
So you've used something similar to this in the past.
I've used that, and I've done a similar thing, but I've got a 5 in my standard set, and then I go into the 4, trying to create some gaps.
Yeah.
And have you found that you've done the 5, so again?
I don't tend to strike my long irons that well, so I've gone for the fact it's a little bit friendlier than the 25s.
Okay.
But I do find that certainly 6 to 5 there is a bit of a gap, whereas with slight misstrikes, quite often I found 6 and 5 going a very similar.
Yeah, and you'll get a lot of people that do that, especially amateurs that are watching.
Yeah.
Your mid-teen handicap, and you can really help yourself because when you're in between clubs and then you're thinking, oh, that one goes the same, it can cause confusion. So
it can. I mean, I'm just trying to spread it out as much as possible distance-wise.
Good. So
I've got 5 and 4 in those, and I've actually just received.
Obviously, got 2 as well.
Lovely 2.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Okay, so that's only just come. So I'm going to be venturing out to the golf course today with Steve.
And you're going
first time using it.
First time.
Oh.
And is that going to stay in there all the time? Are you going to switch that out with other things?
I've got. Well, Steve, that was almost planned.
Oh.
So I've got a hybrid, the JPX 850, and it's 19 degrees. Cool. Certainly, these 2 are not going to be in the bag at the same time. I'll have 15 clubs for a start.
Yeah, that wouldn't be ideal.
And depending on course, I think this one is going to be favourite, but sometimes when I need to get the ball, because this goes nice and high, this is definitely going to be a shout. I've got a stiff shaft in this one. Again,
you've got Fujikura.
Yeah, it's the Orochi stiff shaft, 70-gram shaft.
Yeah, notice I wasn't prepared to say Orochi. That was
it's difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, so I could have made myself look silly, but you took that one well, my friend. So you've got the hybrid.
I've got the hybrid, and then I've got the 3-wood.
So this is where you had issues, because you were finding your driver, they were all going the same, weren't
they? Very similar carry, around 230, 240. So I'm carrying the 2-iron 215 to 220. I'm carrying the hybrid 215 to 220.
Just a different flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm carrying my 3-wood, the sort of 230 to 240 mark.
Okay, so that's where we were finding pretty much you had a stall up, didn't you?
The whole thing. I had Canon, I had Thor, I had a 5-wood, a 4-wood, a gentleman's persuader, an old Baffy, as Peter Alice would say, and they all went the same distance.
Yeah.
So I'm much happier with the gapping.
And sorry, what shaft was in that one?
This one has got it's a Matora Speeder, and it's a stiff shaft. I probably swing it fast enough for an X-Flex, but I actually spin the ball a little bit more and feel that this one gives me a little bit of give and gets the ball a tiny bit higher.
Okay, cool.
Because I don't flight my
I like that shaft. I had that shaft, a slightly heavier one in my driver.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling shaft.
Certainly it's good, and it's adjustable, so I can just tweak it a little bit to make sure the gaps are correct.
So have you got it at 15 at the minute?
I've got it at 14.
14?
14 and upright. So again, helping my little leaf.
Okay, sweet. And then the driver?
Driver, which I'm really happy with. I hadn't hit it until it arrived. So I've got...
As most people, they are hard to hit when they haven't arrived.
So JPX 850.
And I see, so you've put that forward.
I've got the weights forward.
So you're trying to reduce spin.
I spin it a lot, because I do hit up on the golf ball now, but I used to hit quite steeply down.
Okay.
So I do spin the golf ball a lot. So
and how far are you finding that one's going?
That's carrying 260, so I'm carrying it further.
Cool, and have you tried it with the weights back?
Yeah,
and you find that spins and then brings it back to the 3-wood?
Yeah, exactly.
So again, that was one of your issues, and it's a good example of where some of this adjustability, something that was never kind of available to the amateur, because the tour pros, they would get stuff injected in, or they'd have it...
A bit of hot melt.
Yeah, and they'd have it changed around. So now to have that option, and again, it reduces the spin a bit. It's created a gap.
Exactly.
Let's cheer together.
Cheer for gaps. And I've gone for the same shaft, but this one I have got an X-Flex in,
so
which again,
that one, okay.
I felt it did lower the spin a tiny bit again.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not talking thousands of revs,
no,
but it feels a little bit more stable. So if I want to give it a bit of a wallop, it feels like it's not.
Okay, fantastic.
Quite as lively.
Yeah, so no, it's good. It's good that you found the gapping, and whenever you're getting custom fit, that's always a massive one for us. Is we're trying to find those gaps.
It's small areas we can improve. If we can improve a little tiny bit in lots of areas.
Yeah, and you've got the putter.
Putter is one that I have used quite a lot on Steve's channel. So the pin catch.
Okay.
It's almost getting worn out in the sweet spot, which is always nice.
That's why you spread the wear. That's what I do.
And I've actually just put a new grip on it. So I've got the Super Stroke. It's the pistol, so it's a little bit more like a normal putter shape.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's nice though.
And it's got counterweight in the top. It's quite a heavy putter anyway. So sort of spreading out the weight a little bit, I found, just makes me feel a little bit more stable with the stroke, instead of the head wandering around a little bit.
And you've been known to carry a Tailor-Made mini driver?
I have. I've still got the mini driver, and certainly at certain golf courses that we play, we're playing at Oakhampton in a couple of days on a very tight golf course. I might snip that into the bag.
And that one carries?
That's carrying a little bit further than the 3-wood, but not quite as far as the driver. Sort of 240, 250, but a lower ball flight, so it's just a bit more controllable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was going to say, I've seen you use that one before.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a wonderful bag.
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm pleased that you've now found some gaps. So you have more options. Gaps. You have more options. Gaps are great.
Gaps are our friends.
We're going to go out on the course now and play vlog.
Sounds good to me.
So let's do that.
Oh yes.
Hope to catch you soon.